For a week, I was studying and practicing faces. And in this video, I will tell you exactly all the stuff that I learned and how I draw them right now. So I've always loved drawing characters. And, to be honest, like faces are the most important part of characters, for me at least. And when I tried to draw faces, they were pretty garbage. And I got demotivated and I just wanted to quit. Because, my faces are garbage. And I even thought that maybe I should, become a monster artist. Because those faces weren't human, okay? They were pretty ugly. And you can probably relate, okay? You have in your head, you have this idea, this drawing, you see this picture. And when you try to put that on canvas, with a thing, it's not even close. And, you just wonder, can you even draw? And at this point, you don't even want to even continue drawing, okay? And, you gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. So how I fix that for myself is, you gotta learn how to draw faces, learn how to practice them. And yeah, easy. I will tell you exactly all the stuff in this video. So let's just start. I'm using a lot of 3D models, okay, to learning, okay? Also obviously photos of real people and other people's art. So first, let's talk about proportions, okay? Because they're pretty important, okay? So your drawing won't look, garbage and ugly. But yeah, so let's start with the most important stuff whenever I draw faces is basically, a circle in the head, somewhere like that, whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect for now, okay? But, a basic circle. And then what I do is I add a symmetry line in the middle, okay? Because it's 3/4 view, so I'll do that, okay? So if you hide it, okay, we have that. And so there's a little bit of a curve, okay? And then we go straight down, okay, to the chin, okay? And now, we need the symmetry line to, divide the head in two parts, the front view. But also what we need is another line, okay? And you see here, okay, we have a basic shape, but now we need to divide that, okay, into halves. And, the middle is usually around the eye line, okay? So somewhere here. And if you measure that, okay, those straights are pretty similar, okay? And that's a good rule to just, put eyes in the middle of face. And here we have this basic stuff, okay? And then what I do is, a little bit above that, so we see that here, as I put an eyebrow line, okay? So here's another line. And now, this is pretty important because from that, okay, from that line, we go to another middle, and we have our nose, okay? So we can measure that with fingers, and it's, in the middle. And then we take this length and put that to top. So ping, pong, and we have our hairline, okay? So yeah, pretty simple. We have our measurements, okay, our proportions. So then we just do line from, from our eyebrow line, okay, to our chin, okay? And also our jawline, just to show it quickly. We have a simple face. So now let's talk about the placement of our features, okay, our face features. So yeah, here we have our eye line, okay, let's delete that. We have our eye line, and let's make it, maybe green, or yeah, let's take that color. So we have our eye line, okay, and here we just place our eyes. So we can do simple something like that, whatever. And then obviously nose will put on this line here, okay? So let's just trace it just to show the nose, okay? So a good thing to remember when drawing nose and eyes, and actually I like to start with nose because, it's like from that I can measure and guess where the eyes will be. So yeah, eyes are probably like above those nose, flies here. So on that level, obviously maybe not perfectly here, but maybe like around, some length. Okay. And yeah, so then we need lips, and lips are, we go here, the lips are obviously between the nose and chin, but where? And it's basically a little bit above the middle, so somewhere here should be, right? Yep, we have it, right? Okay. And put like simple lips. Now obviously the neck, so like going from that, okay, something like that, bing bing. And yeah, it's pretty simple. But now we have our, our nose, okay, our eyes, and we need our ears. So ears are basically, we have our eye line, and they're basically, on that height between that and the nose. We can go here and put our ears. Okay, and yeah, it's pretty similar, okay, with measurement. And yeah, so also we need to add now eyebrows, and we have our brow line, so here we put our eyebrows. Doesn't have to be perfect, just for measurements. Okay, yeah, so yeah, just to recap the proportions, okay, we have our thirds, so basically this is 1/3, second third, and here should be the third. Those are our basic, placement and proportions. So now let's go to the planes, okay? And for that I have this here 3D model. So basically we have the front planes, okay? So this, okay, and the side plane, which is this, bing. And also like we can put ears here, whatever. And on the front plane we have our forehead, okay, here, okay. We have also our brows here, obviously eyes, the eye sockets here, okay, and nose. So here we have our nose, okay, bing, and obviously mouth, okay, and the chin, yeah. And here we have our jaw on the side plane and our nose. That's for the planes, but also like it's pretty important to know the planes, because when we obviously draw the 3/4 view, because basically we need to have this here to separate, to give the form, the the perception of 3D. So yeah, here we have our dividing line, okay, and yeah, that's pretty important. It shows you 3D. And also one thing is to remember, about the angles and stuff. So here, for example, we have this angle here, which is similar to this, okay? We have this, which is similar to this. Obviously this, which is like the flipped version of this, obviously with perspective, so it's kind of, changed. You need to remember those angles, okay? Like also here and here, you see. Now we have our angles, our proportions and measurements and stuff, and placement. So now let's go to the actually drawing of the face. So let me show you how I draw the face. So here you see like those already look like faces, but we gotta draw from scratch, okay? We're in tracing right now. So yeah, let's just make a new layer. So yeah, I'm obviously starting with, the circle, and it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Just a simple circle. So then what I do is I add the the line, the symmetry line that divides our face into two parts, obviously our front plane into two parts. So yeah, very important. Okay, so let's fix it a little bit, okay? And now we have this, okay? So all we need is a chin, okay? So obviously in the bottom we put chin, okay? Now we go and find our eye line. So in the middle, somewhere here probably, let's measure it with fingers. Bing, bonk, yeah, somewhat, okay. So we put this line, okay, and then we, put a simple jaw, something like that, okay. So now we just go a little bit higher, okay, to put our eyebrows, okay. So yeah, from that, obviously we measure middle, okay, bing, let's measure with fingers, bing, bonk, and we have our nose. So then let's find our lips. so they're probably in the middle, a little bit above that, so somewhere here. Okay, and now what we need is, so now what I like to actually add is, you know, a little bit more form, a little bit more, I guess, size to our head. So I just do a little bit of something like that. Okay, it basically goes from jaw. Okay, and also what you can do is basically take the circle here and copy that and push a little bit here, so you have like two circles. That also works. And yeah, now we need neck. So neck, let's just make something like that. Yep, we have our neck. Okay, so now let's actually make a nose. So something like that. I like this kind of nose. Okay, we can actually raise that a little bit. Okay, we don't need that. I mean, we need that, but not as big. Okay, there now we need, you know, our nose bridge. Okay, so something like that, I guess. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and maybe a little bit something like that. Okay. Okay, so we have our nose. Okay, and nose is, you know, important. So with that we can actually, I like to put something like that. Okay, so with that we can actually put our eyes now. But now what I actually like to do is make the chin, I mean the cheeks. Okay, so something like that. So yeah, something like that. A simple cheeks. And also, like, a good rule that I've seen, so cheeks shouldn't really go further than this, our brow ridge, I guess, bone. Okay, so that's what I saw and I actually like do in my drawings. Okay, so now what we need is we need eyes. Also, I like to put something like that. Okay, whatever. So eyes, obviously we have our line here, so let's put some basic eyes. Okay, and put the other one. It should be, you know, somewhere around maybe here. Okay, so yeah, make this here, maybe a little bit overlap here. Boom. Okay. Oh. Okay, so let's put basic, you know, irises, basic, you know, eyeballs. I mean, basic eyes. Okay, and maybe just, you know, make those eyes a little bit better. Obviously, that's just our sketch, so it can be messy, it can be, you know, just we need that just to, you know, show the proportions and form and stuff. So maybe this a little bit higher. Okay, like that. Boom, boom. Okay, it can be wonky in the beginning. Okay, we'll fix that later. So now obviously we need to put lips, and we have our, you know, our here. Maybe we can make it a little bit open. Okay. Okay, maybe fix like that. Boom, boom. Put some. Okay. And we have our, you know, basic lips. Obviously here would be some shadow. Okay. And yeah, now what we can do is let's add eyebrows. So yeah, let's maybe put, and to be honest, what I missed, I just do that now, you know, in my brain. I'm not drawing this, but whenever I start drawing, okay, a face, what I do is I find the, you know, the separation between the side planes and the front planes. So it will probably be obviously this angle here, something like that. Okay, bing bong. And yeah, and something like that. Okay, yep. Maybe we can put this a little bit higher, something like that. Boom, boom. Okay, so now let's put some ears here. Okay, obviously we start from here, somewhere around this height, and around maybe a little bit higher, and nose here. Okay, have our ears. Okay, something like that. Boom. A simple ear. Alright, a simple ear. There would be, okay, this. And yeah, now let's put the other eyebrow, which is pretty easy. You just go to something like that. Boom, boom, ding dong. Okay. So yeah, here we have, you know, a simple sketch of our face. Okay. We see here we have our planes. Being this probably should be a little bit lower, something like that. Boom, boom. Okay. And now what I like to do is go and refine the sketch. So we make a new layer. Obviously the previous one we, you know, a little bit hide. Okay, change the opacity, and we go and refine that. Make a cool line art, I guess. And now we can actually draw some better looking shapes. Okay, some nice curves. Okay. Obviously the nostrils here. Boom, the top of the nose here. Now we go to the mouth. And obviously we don't have to go strictly into our line art, okay? We can just, you know, just think of what maybe looks better than our previous one. We can change it a little bit. Okay. I like this curve better here. I don't know, it looks cool. Obviously depends on also on the style you're going for. Okay. Mine is kinda stylized. I guess I can maybe like that. Let's see. Okay, looks alright. Yeah. And just try to trace it as best as you can. Okay. Maybe those eyebrows here. Boom, boom. And also the T-lines are pretty important, okay? So just remember of overlap, it makes your drawings look more 3D, okay? Just the simple ones. Go to the next eye. Okay, we have our eyes. And it's, you know, looks like a face. So let's go to ears. There's a T-line here. Boom. The Y shape here. Okay. Okay, so we can also like add an earring. Okay, whatever. Obviously remember to flip the canvas to spot all the mistakes that you've made along the way. Boom. And also you can just remember about those T-lines, but also about ambient occlusion. So just give a little bit more, you know, darkness to your sketch or line art, and it will make it, you know, more interesting, more 3D. So here maybe like, and obviously ambient occlusion is in the areas where there is very little light. Okay, so basically, you know, it's the stuff between things. Okay, so yeah, lips here, make it a little bit better, obviously here a little bit. Boom. So yeah, we have a simple face. Now what I like to do is actually make, so after I have a sketch, I like to actually add some more depth to that. Okay, so maybe let's make those eyebrows a little bit, you know. And obviously eyebrows, if you want to draw them, they're, you know, basic shape, okay? But they go like that. So they start here, boom, 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 and here they go like that. So just remember. Now let's just add some, you know, some oomph to that. So first, let's take that brush, okay? Go here. And make a pupil. Okay. For pupil, a little bit darkness here. Okay. Okay. Now let's make another layer. Go take a soft airbrush. Okay. And just go with a lasso tool and and select the area of your eye and give there a little bit of, you know, shading, because it's a ball in our eyes and you gotta shade it like a ball, okay, to show its 3D. Okay, also obviously for the iris I like to go in the sketching phase. I like to go with the airbrush and just do something like that. Okay, and let's say we will have the light from this direction, so this might be a little bit darker. Okay, go here again, take like, I don't know, like this brush and make a highlight. So yeah, you can also add like more details and stuff, and you know, you have a finished face. Obviously you can add a little bit of shadows somewhere, okay, like here and stuff, maybe also like here, boom boom, to make it like, you know, more, I guess, 3D and stuff. So like cheeks here. So this is how I draw faces, and you know, it's a simple way that I'm doing it. Okay, so yeah, we've learned how to, you know, measure stuff, the proportions, how I actually do that, and yeah, the placement also, planes and stuff. So yeah, that's it. And if you want my free brushes, they're on my Patreon. You can join the free membership, I guess, and get them, to download them from CSP. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, you know, leave a comment, like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. So bye.